Hello, my name is Dr. Aaron LeBauer. I own LeBauer Physical Therapy here in Greensboro, North Carolina, where we help active people stay fit, healthy, and mobile without pain medications, injections, surgery, or wasting time in the doctor's office. So I get questions all the time, and one of the most common questions I've received, and I got this question last week, was, Dr. LeBauer, I was told I should never lift more than 35 pounds again, ever again, or I might throw out my back. What can I do? If you're watching and you have a question, or you're watching the replay and you have a question, type it below and I'd be happy to answer your question for you. If I can't answer your question in a typed comment, I'll do another live video on it next week. And if you have a private question you feel like you don't want other people to know about or know who you are, feel free to always send me a direct message. And if you can type your question below, other people will be able to benefit, but it's totally understandable if you don't want to share that publicly. So this is what I want you to do, is be sure you let Facebook know you want to be notified when I go live so that you can get answers to your questions. And so here's what happens all the time. This is just having people go to their doctor, their physician, or maybe they go to a physical therapist, or they go to acupuncturist, chiropractor, etc. Someone, and they have a problem, and that person tells you to stop doing it. Oh, it hurts. Well, then stop doing it. You should never do it again. What happens is there's two problems. One, the other person doesn't know what to do, so they tell you to stop. Okay, great. Maybe they don't know to tell you to go see a physical therapist, so it's just like stop, and so you stop doing it. The other thing that happens is the patient, because of being rushed through the system, feels like they were told stop and never do it, when the provider might have said, stop doing that one thing, figure out another way to do it. I don't know why, but this is the message that I get from my patients, is I was told never to lift 35 pounds ever again because my back hurts, and I shouldn't do it again because I'm going to damage something that might throw out my back or damage my back permanently. That's the message people have. And if you've ever had someone tell you never lift again, never run again, never deadlift again, squat again, work out again, etc., I'd love to know it, or you can hit the thumbs up or the heart button, or even I'm angry that someone told me this. I'd love to get some feedback from you, because it's way too common. What they really mean is, don't do that thing that's aggravating your problem again until you find someone that can help you fix the problem. But they're not really saying it in those words. They're not really saying it in those words, or maybe they don't know exactly what those words are, and they don't know that I exist or other physical therapists exist, someone like Stephanie or someone else who's a physical therapist. They don't know, and they don't know what we do because our profession has done a poor job of educating other healthcare providers and fitness professionals, etc., on exactly what we do and who we help. So I have my patient who was told they should never lift 35 pounds ever again. When I tested her and took her through a full body evaluation and movement assessment, her back moved great. Her back felt great. Her back hurt. Pain does not always mean that that's where the problem is. Pain does not always equate to damage. When I looked at her hips didn't move the way they should have moved. Her hips were the problem. Her hips weren't moving like they're supposed to. So what we did is I retrained her hips. We did some therapy to help open up her hips, and I retrained her to move her hips better, and her back felt better. So by the third visit, her back was like, she's like, my back's not a problem. I can lift the hay bales and lift my dog. Here's the other problem. This person was never told to lift 35 pounds ever again, but they worked on a horse farm. They owned a horse farm, and they had to lift hay bales, which weigh like 40 pounds, and she had a 70-pound dog she had to get up into a tub. We retrained her movement. Did some therapy, back felt better. Third or fourth visit, she was like, my back is great. I'm like, okay, good. What else is the problem? Like, I knew she had migraines and neck issues, so then we had time to start working on some other areas of her body that helped her improve her life even more. You get that? So one of the things we do is we don't just treat where you hurt. We figure out where the problem is that's causing the discomfort. And with this patient, it wasn't her back that was a problem, and it wasn't her back that was going to be damaged. And one of the misconceptions that people have is that damage and pain go hand in hand. People can have pain without damage or damage without pain, and you can have both. So if you're interested, all you have to do is give us a call, or you can go to our website and fill out one of our forms to get an application to fill out. You fill out the application to get on the call with one of our physical therapists, or come see us for a total body diagnostic. That's all you have to do. It's as simple as that. Or you can send me a message and we can reach out to you. Some states, and so that's in North Carolina, some states you do have to have some kind of referral or script, but most states you don't, to choose a physical therapist. And as a patient, the number one thing you need to know is that you do have a choice. You can choose your physician, you can choose your physical therapist. And one of the other misconceptions, I need to do a separate video about this, but is that people feel like, I've tried physical therapy doesn't work. That's just like saying, I tried the restaurant and I don't like eating at a restaurant, or the mechanic can't fix my car because the mechanic didn't fix my car the first time. There's different types of physical therapy, there's different therapists, people have different, physical therapy is a broad profession, and that's one of our problems. So if you have a question, if you've joined and you have a question, please don't hesitate to comment below. I'd be happy to answer your question about a problem like, hey, my knee's been hurting when I'm doing this, or, I'm afraid of doing that. You can comment below and I'd be happy to answer your question. If you have a question you'd like to ask me privately, you can send me a direct message on Facebook, or you can call us at our office. So the other thing I want you guys to understand, I want you to know when someone says, you might throw out your back, or your back might go out, or you might slip a disc. Your back is really strong. Your back is really strong, and it doesn't really go out. Like, there's nothing that's going out of place. Even though it might feel like that, or someone might have said that, it's not really like something is going out of place. It's not like Lincoln Logs or Legos that don't quite fit together and they've shifted. It might feel like that because of a muscle spasm, but really what's happening in 9 out of 10 cases is the muscle is tightened up so much that you don't feel quite right, and it hurts. But when someone tells you, like, you've slipped something and something's gone out of place, the visual is something that's more scary than what's actually is happening. And that's why it's always good to work with a movement professional or a pain specialist. But pain specialists sometimes just do pain medicine, whereas someone like me and our therapists that we've trained here, we specialize in movement and pain, because my goal is to figure out not to fix your body and take the pain away, figure out what you want to do and help you do it comfortably, or maybe pain-free, maybe not, but you're supposed to have pain because pain is feedback from your body. It's like when you drive a car, you've got a check engine light, you've got a speedometer, you've got a tachometer, you've got a fuel gauge. So like me being hunger is like the fuel gauge. Pain is like the check engine light coming on. Me breathing hard because I'm running fast is like the tachometer. It's just feedback and telling you where I am and where I'm going. So if you've been told you should never lift, wait again because you might damage something, or you should never run again because you might damage your knees or your knees might get blown out, they don't get blown out. There's, unless you are actually in an explosion. If you've been told never lift again, never work out again, don't run again, don't deadlift again, it's dangerous to squat, it's dangerous to do yoga, which is, I've heard, it's dangerous to people, I don't even say injured, people's backs will go into a major spasm just from picking up a pencil or an envelope off the ground. Doesn't mean anything slipped, thrown out, or anything. Yes, there are times when there is damage from your discs, like your discs bulge or they rupture, and that's okay. They generally heal just like a scab. It's like a wrinkle on the inside, and there are times when surgery is necessary, and there are times when, physical therapy isn't the answer. But physical therapy, we're working with one of our back pain specialists, is the best first place to go before you decide to take any medications, get an injection, do an epidural, get an MRI, or even undergo the knife and do surgery. because there's no surgery that's routine for a patient. It's routine for the surgeon. Absolutely, you want to be routine for a surgeon, but patients is not routine. It's a big deal, and I'd like to see if we can prevent it, because I've worked with way too many people who've had surgery before coming to see us, and what we did was the solution to the problem and not the surgery. If you're interested in learning how we can help you get back to doing the activities that are most important to you, no matter what it is, if someone's ever told you never to do that activity again, or you're currently struggling to do it fully and without modifications, feeling safe and confident in your body, we'd love to help you. The best way to do that is you could comment below Total Body Diagnostic, or send me a direct message and just say, Dr. LeBauer, I'm interested in a total body diagnostic, and what that means we'll do is we'll get on the phone with you and chat with you, and if we feel like we're a good fit and we can help you over the phone, we'll get you into the clinic and we'll do a free total body diagnostic where we look at you head to toe. And at the end of the total body diagnostic, we'll know exactly where the problem is, what's wrong, and we'll be able to tell you how long it's going to take us to help you fix the problem. So that all you got to do, comment below Total Body Diagnostic, or send me a direct message, Total Body Diagnostic. And if Facebook just isn't your thing, pick up the phone and call us. We're here in Greensboro, 336-271-6677. And you can find us on Google Maps or Google. We'd be happy to help you. Just want you to know that if you're struggling and something hurts, or it doesn't move well, or maybe it doesn't hurt now, but it hurts when you work out or after you work out. Like, it's not supposed to hurt after you work out. You're supposed to feel sore after you work out. There's a slight difference. It should be good pain. Good pain is like, oh yeah, that's great. I feel good. I'm exhausted. Pain that says you need to do something is pain that's sharp shooting specific, maybe one side, not the other, after specific activities. But if it's pain all the time, then we really need to see you. But in general, if your pain comes and goes with activities, that means that there's not necessarily a physical damage that's causing the problem as much as a compensation or the way your body is moving, and something's just not moving right, and it's irritating the problem, irritating your nervous system, and your body's saying, hey, pay attention. Like, but it doesn't interpret for you as like, go see Dr. LeBauer. I mean, if it did say that, that would be awesome. I'd love it. But go see a physical therapist, call a physical therapist, and call us if you feel like we might be a good fit for you. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week for Ask a Doctor Tuesday. Have a good day.